Last week of practice before spring break starts. A lot of work to do.
That's true about, my dad. It's true about the people in my life that have helped me, but it's true for us. A lot of these kids, and it's a big thing we've been talking about, they just need somebody to believe in them. They've been beaten down. We got to coach them hard and do those types of things, but if they know that we believe in them and their abilities, it'll help go a long way.
I had a mentor I looked up to. He was Ernie Stopner. He was a Hall of Famer that coached me at the Dallas Cowboys, and I admired him so much because everything that he stood for is what I want to stand for as a coach. I mean, guys would do anything for Ernie, and he's passed now, but he was just a tremendous influence in my life as a young player in the NFL.
Coaching to me, and the reason that it's my passion is because I love to learn and I love to teach. Those two things are probably, from a career perspective or a passion perspective, the two most important things in my life. I feel at ease, I feel at peace when I'm teaching, and I feel humbled and I feel like I'm getting things done when I'm learning.
I got into college coaching because it's something I just want to do to give back. I care about these players more than just a football player because my coaches along the way from high school to middle school to college took the time to give back to me. I grew up without a father, so a lot of those guys played a father figure to me. And I know a lot of our players have fathers, but for those who don't and those are looking to continue to grow as a young man, I think I can give those guys the ability to grow, not even on the field, but off the field as well. So that's a big key to me, is just giving back to those guys and helping them grow as young men, as well as football players and students.
My coaching philosophy would be, it's come from a lot of different backgrounds. I've worked for a lot of good head coaches and learned a lot from every one of them. But I would say if anybody's watched our defenses over the years, the first thing I'd say they're pretty tough physical defenses. That's the thing we press the most. I love players that love football, that understand how to play hard. We're pretty firm with them, but we're fair, and I think that's really important. The relationship I have with those kids means everything to me, and I think that if you ask any of those guys that's played for me over the years, they would say that.
I like guys, when they watch us on film, they know that these guys work their butt off. They're tough kids, and they're going to give great effort all the time.
I know my players are going to reflect their coach, and so as a coach, I want to instill in them a championship mentality, a mentality of excellence, that they can do whatever they set their mind to do.
First and foremost, I see myself as a teacher, and I coach guys like I wanted to be coached as a player, and I think explaining to them in a calm manner and really getting them to understand the entire concept of what we're trying to get across.
All line coaches, all groups, all units, all meeting rooms talk about being tough and being physical and being aggressive and whipping your opponent or whipping the man in front of you, and everybody talks about that, and that is part of the job. And your position is a tough position. It's a physical position. It's a hard position. It's a hard football, playing 800 or 900 downs in the offensive line. But the challenge is every week is being able to rise to that occasion, and the ability to bring that core unit together. And if one goes down, not to miss a beat when the next guy goes in.
I really believe that if you're a sound fundamental football team, if your skills and your techniques are refined to a point that you can excel on the football field. And philosophy is very nice, and there's no question that football coaches have to have an understanding of philosophy. But it's my opinion that it's really the fundamentals, and it's the man in the arena that makes the play. And my philosophy is to try and tool our people with the best fundamentals and best techniques that I possibly can, so that regardless of whatever philosophy we choose, whatever scheme we choose, that it's the fundamentals and the techniques that will be the hero or will win the day.
Okay, back to back now, back to back big plays. Be alert, you must release outside. But if it's cover two in that corner jumps the Omaha, be alert. Okay, what do we have to improve on? Stay in square when blocking force and box, and we'll see this in the clips.
You gotta stay in that C gap. That's why you gotta squeeze the tackle. That's why you can't jump in and keep jumping out and go into the guard. That's why the 3 technique, Josh, Nate, has gotta knock people back.
We're about to finish up this install, then print it out, push it out on the iPad, and then go up and get this ready for this meeting.
Install number 4 run game, just putting together the PowerPoint, getting ready to push this install out and make sure that everything's ready to go for meetings this afternoon. Make sure these guys are ready to go since we got a big scrimmage coming up on Friday.
One thing Coach Max says every day is that you either getting better or worse. You never staying the same. And that, along with the way that they teach us every day, you got to get better at something. It's like, it's okay if you go out there and make a mistake going full speed, but you just need to watch that film, correct that.
Our offense goals with the new staff is communicate is the most important thing. You know, we got to over communicate clarity with whether it's signals, verbiage, snap count, formations, all that stuff. We got to really communicate well to thrive in this offense. And then second goal is limit pre-snap penalties. You know, those are drive killers right there. We don't want any false starts or anything like that. And then our third goal is to improve ball security, because Coach Mack's always preaching turnover margin.
One real cool thing I like about the way Coach Mack coaches is during the middle of practice, after a couple periods or so, he'll have us all run in and take a knee and talk to us about a certain aspect of anything. First couple days of practice, it was really just about life and about effort and about what you got to do every day to get better, because everybody's practicing. I mean, what are you doing that's different from anybody else around the country practicing? You got to make yourself better every day. You got to push yourself to be better. But then other days, he just talks about certain aspects of the game. Like the other day, he was talking about turnover margin, how important that was.
What I want to teach my players is a passion for the game. They have to have a passion. They have to enjoy what they're doing. It can't always be that you're grinding them and on them. You got to have fun with them. Don't let them off clean. Tighten down some there. That's better for you. Right there, better. That's what we want. Nate, we just don't want them clean off. You got to enjoy coming around, being around your coach, and enjoy it. Now, I'm going to be firm, and I'm going to make sure things are done right in detail, but I'm also going to be understanding that we have to also have focus and relax. Don't let them up. There you go, son. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You get that, even if it comes back, you'll be in position.
My coaching philosophy stems from hard work.
So you got to step and clear your hip so you can get off the block, okay?
Toughness.
But everything you do has got to be violent to get his ass off you.
And maximum effort. Those are the things that I want my players to take away from me.
Put it right here, close it off. You're just trying to cut him off. Again, this way.
Go, let's go. Here we go. Weave, punch. Run your feet on contact. That's it, run your feet on contact.
I'm going into the spring, there's no depth chart, we haven't anything set as of yet. But the one thing we do got is a lot of guys that does have game experience, which would be key. Those guys will be able to rotate in. We're going to get them all a lot of reps. And just see what puzzle pieces we can put together. Some guys are fit for certain parts of our defense, and we can move some things around on our defense with us being multiple for plenty of guys to get an opportunity to play to their strengths.
We have a lot to teach, and we're going to start from ground level 1 and move on from there. But we do a lot with our signaling the defense and some other things we do that they need to learn. I want them to learn how to compete. I want them to learn how to win. I want them to compete in every drill they do. I want to find out what guys are willing to do that. I want to see how physical and how tough they are, how hard they play the game. If they love the game, how willing they are to study the game. So those are the things we're trying to get across in the spring.
You're down here like a loaf of bread. They can just strip it, right? Get thing hot. Get under it. Sink.
11. That was a good job kind of hanging, buying time. Nice job. Good job, fellas. Good drive. That a bit.
They're wanting to be excellent, and they're taking coaching. They want to be coached hard. I'm a stickler for excellence. I'm a stickler for doing things the right way, for detail.
We don't run a whole lot of schemes, but the schemes and concepts that we do run, we want to get our players very familiar with and very educated on the different coaching points that go along with them. We're going to disguise those concepts and make it look more complicated than it is, and we'll disguise it through 4 different things. We'll change personnel groups, we'll use multiple formations, we'll shift in motion, and we'll also change the tempo of the game through our no-huddle mechanic.
It is important to step a certain way. It is important to get our certain leverage on our opponent. It is important for us to get good hand leverage, play with good low fundamental pads, and the things that the great coaches who've gone years before us have taught are still very applicable today.
Burst! Shimmy! Burst! Don't let me outflank you! Shimmy, stay square, nice job! Use your hands.
Hustle. Faster. Catch with your hands. You want to make sure that those guys are successful in life.
not just in football. We press it, we stress that all the time with our kids.
And you can see real development, real human development. You can see a boy turn into a man over a 2 or 3 year period, and sometimes faster than that.
And also build together and play together as a family, because if we play as separate individuals, we'll never reach our goals.
I love the fact that I have the ability to have an impact in their lives, help them grow, develop into upstanding citizens, great fathers, husbands, sons.
But if he happens to be outside of you, stick him and then go to post.
Open 45, side, push! Wider, ready, hut!
Y'all have fun playing. Enjoy the chant. You made a big play. Get in there and congratulate each other. Have fun with it.
Coaching them on the field is obviously the best part of our job, and being with them on an everyday basis on the field.
Let's go, hustle out. Get something going. Compete.
You gotta feel him now.
Ready?
Hey!
Say now, hey, this is the situation.
When I say go, we're gonna step and rip off.